summer of softball continues.
You can smile, it's okay, we are too.
Playing for each other.
What a slide getting under the tag.
Playing for their hometown.
Catch made on the run. Defense on display. Wow.
Every game, a chance to advance.
Smoke softball up the middle.
Wins it on a walk-off in the ninth.
An experience they'll never forget.
To left field, and it's good.
Swing and a miss to end this one.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals.
There's nothing better. Summer forever.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We are in Warner Robins, Georgia. Georgia will be taking on North Carolina in this Southeast Region semifinal. The winner will move on to face Florida tomorrow. Both of these teams arrive battle-tested. All across the country today, you will see semifinal action from our different region sites. Champions will be crowned tomorrow here in Warner Robins. The Southeast region is composed of 8 different states, and we are down to 3 teams. Yesterday, Florida taking out North Carolina in extra innings. They will secure a spot in the championship tomorrow. They're the defending champions, by the way, and North Carolina now about to face a Georgia team that won a thriller. Bottom of the 8th inning yesterday, Georgia's Kara Gotney with an infield single to drive in Cammie Sisa. And Georgia, playing in Warner Robins at home, has the thrill of victory in an 8th inning, 2.5-hour win. So, hey, everybody, we normally save the best for last, but Brittany McKinney and I think that we're starting with the best. This has been an outstanding region this week. Let's talk about these 2 teams, Brittany, because they are battle-tested.
They are, and especially this Georgia team. They've already played 3 elimination games. North Carolina coming into their first elimination game, but they've been dominant all week long. You see how they started off with an 18-0 victory over Alabama, 14-0 shutout over Virginia. Then they got tested yesterday against the defending champions Florida. But the offense, their offense has been so good, and a big reason why is that young lady right there, Avery Moy. She has been so consistent. She's only been put out 1 time all week long in this region. She bats in that 3-hole. She can put up RBIs. She has a ton of speed and power, but she just cannot miss a softball when she's up to bat.
North Carolina won the World Series 2 years ago. They'll be taking on a Georgia team that's a local team, and so they have a ton of support here. But they've been coming through the elimination bracket all week.
And they've been playing some close games. You see the first game they lost 11-3, then coming out, defeating Virginia in a 2-run game, defeating West Virginia in a 2-run game, and then going against South Carolina and pulling out a miracle in 8 innings, winning by 1 run. And a big reason for them is Cammie Sisa at the top of their lineup. Not only is she a spark plug at the top and consistent, but she has that clutch gene. Georgia was down to their last strike, a 3-2 count, 2 outs, and Sisa rips a triple over the left fielder's head, winds up at third base, and her teammate Kara Gotney knocks her in. The emotion, the excitement has all been here for the home team, Georgia.
Georgia still facing elimination today. The winner of this moves on to the championship. We have been having so much fun in Warner Robins, and we're going to keep that up when we come back. Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. One of the cool things this week is we've been treated to some amazing national anthems. We've had singers all the way from 4 years old up to senior citizens. There's Tayshawn Mills, who got a couple of reps in with the national anthem this week. We are in Warner Robins, Georgia, and wouldn't you know, their local team has made it to the Southeast region, and they are still alive. This Warner Robins team was a dynasty. They won the Little League Softball World Series back in 2009 and 2010. They are back here competing on a field that they won the state championship on, and it has been a very exciting week to see the hometown crowd come out and support this team. We have a continuous batting order, which if you're new to Little League, everyone who's on the roster bats, and they've been starting with the coach's daughter, Cami Sisa.
Yeah, you see Sisa, we just talked about her impact on this lineup at the top of the order. She's the one that's going to get things going from the left side. But Kara Gottney right behind her, she's the one responsible for the walk-off infield single yesterday. A lot of work behind her in that lineup, and they love to score early in the game.
Well, in the circle for North Carolina, we've been seeing a lot of Kenley Morgan, but she threw almost 100 pitches yesterday, has the day off today, and we're going to get a look today at Avery Moy.
Yeah, she's only thrown the 2 innings so far in this regional, but no earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks in 2 innings of work. She has a lot of velocity, throws the ball hard, high strikeout numbers. We got to keep an eye on the control. If she's able to throw strikes and keep the ball over the plate, she's very effective.
Again, we're playing a 6-inning game. The winner of this game moves on to face the Lake Mary Little League team from the state of Florida tomorrow in the championship. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Cami Sisa steps up to bat, and we are ready to begin. First pitch of the game, a strike by Moy. Sisa yesterday, bottom of the 8th with 2 outs and a full count, season on the line. Hit it deep to left and brought in the tying run.
I was thinking about that at bat all last night. You could just see the emotion in her face, knowing her dad's coaching third base, all the fans, the locals here cheering her on down to the last strike. It was incredible. It
was such a highly charged, emotional moment. I was a nervous wreck. There's Dad, Brandon Sisa. He's a local public servant, the battalion chief of the Warner Robins Fire Department. We've had the fire department out here watching the games this week as well. And has the distinction of the only coach that usually doesn't wear a hat. He's tough.
I told you yesterday, he just likes showing off that nice hair. He's got that salt and pepper look.
Hey, expect that other, though. 2 strikes. Got 2, babe.
So fun to watch him interact with his daughter yesterday in that clutch moment. Calmed her down, and then she came up that big hit. Sisa hits it out to left field, and Kenley Morgan in the perfect spot to make the catch. Morgan, we've been seeing her in the circle, but today she starts in left field, 1 down.
I mentioned Georgia likes to score early in ball games. Every game they've played, they've scored 2 runs, at least 2 runs in the first inning.
Moy about to face Kara Gottney, who had the walk-off hit yesterday to put her team in this semifinal against a very talented South Carolina team. Gottney also pitched yesterday for most of that game. You're going to hear the name Gottney a lot in this at bat. This is Kara Gottney. Her sister Lania is up next. 2 pair of sisters on this Georgia roster. The Gottneys and the Overcashes. 2-0 the count. Inside corner strike. Gottney, a multi-sport athlete, also plays soccer, basketball, runs track. We saw that speed yesterday when she beat the throw to get the walk-off single to win the game. I think that's been a common theme this week, Whitney, is speed.
It's put so much pressure on defenses. Just having the speed to beat out infield singles, but even just knowing that the other team has speed in the box and on the bases, seeing teams take extra 60 feet over and over again.
And he stays alive in this at bat, 2-2. We have seen so many infield singles. Players beating out throws to first, clean throws to first.
I was going to say, without bobbles, any mistakes by the defense, fielded perfectly. Just no play. We've seen doubles stretched into triples, singles into doubles.
Put out to center field. Rouse makes the catch. Both these teams excellent in the field. You very rarely see errors by either team. And Charlie Chuck Rouse making the catch out there. Good job, Chuck.
Yeah, this North Carolina team has not committed an error so far in this regional. They have been lights out on D.
And until yesterday, they hadn't given up a hit.
That's true.
Laney Agotny up to bat. Yesterday is 2 for 3 against South Carolina. Takes a strike. Agotny has power. She hit a couple of over-the-fence home runs this year. Tough to do in this park. It's 225 all the way around, but any ball that gets behind an outfielder is always extra bases here. Uh-oh.
Smiles from Moy in the circle, trying to go with the changeup. Usually relies on that velocity she has. Just switching it up there. That happens to all pitchers, just slips out of the hand.
Godney's sisters said if they won the lottery, they wanted a dog. And so we asked their mom how about if they win the regional? Can they get a dog? She said absolutely not. So we're still pulling for one of them to win the lottery one day and get that dog.
And she didn't even hesitate. Didn't even
true.
think about it. No dogs. I imagine with 2 daughters playing softball competitively, they're not home very much to take care of a dog.
My mom is a PE teacher locally, also a coach, softball coach. She's been instrumental in her daughter's development. Dad Derek, aircraft production supervisor. This Warner Robins community is an Air Force community. A lot of these players' parents involved at the base. Moy gives up her first base on balls, so Laney Agotny runs down to first. Georgia has a runner on for the first time today. 2 down here in the top of the first. Winner moves on to face Florida in the Southeast Region Championship tomorrow. It's the same Lake Mary Little League that won last year. They're back to defend the title tomorrow. Here's Peyton Stewart. Good pitch. Peyton was huge yesterday in the win over South Carolina, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Peyton is a future cosmetologist. We always ask players their dream job, and cosmetologist seems to be a new profession that a lot of these players are aspiring to become.
Yeah, this whole skincare routine. They are much more educated at this age than I ever was, or I ever will be.
Yeah, I mean, some of the answers we get. You said you think it's the parents. I don't think so.
There's some of them. There's a couple.
You mean like diversifying the portfolio and all?
Yeah.
That's it sharply to short. Braxton makes the play, and a clean start for the North Carolina defense. Georgia leaves 1 on, and we'll see the big North Carolina bats when we come back to Warner Robins. We're heading into the bottom of the first inning. North Carolina coming to bat. That's part of their fan base here. And this Pitt County team located in Winterville, North Carolina, which is near Greenville, North Carolina, home of East Carolina University. This has been a powerhouse Little League. Pitt County, they won this region championship in 2023, lost in the finals of the World Series, and then won the World Championship in 2024. In fact, North Carolina has, this North Carolina Pitt County team, they have won 3 Little League World Series. Here is their batting order, and they can score runs in a hurry. Yeah,
we mentioned Avery Moy in the open. She's only been retired 1 time, but at the top of the lineup is Kinley Morgan. She has been a tone setter. We talked about the speed. She has a ton of speed, and she's one of only 2 players to hit it inside the park home run this week.
Yeah, you always look at players here, and you know you want to remember their names for later, and Kinley Morgan's probably one of those. She's going to face Lania Gottney in the circle today. Lania's sister Kara pitched yesterday.
Yeah, and Lania, she's gotten some work too. The 5 innings pitched on the week, but she's got the most velocity of anybody on staff for Georgia, and it's a deep staff. We've seen 5 different arms, but Lania getting the start today. It's going to work to spot her fastball, has a drop ball, but also has a screwball that she can definitely throw into the hands of the righties.
Her sister is going to be out in center field, Kara, number 10. She was in the circle yesterday, pitched most of that game, and was the hero at the plate, had the walk-off single to win the game. And remember, this North Carolina team outscored their first 2 opponents 32-0. And it will be Kinley Morgan up first.
And they didn't give up a hit. You mentioned it in the top of this inning. Didn't give up a hit. They've played clean defense, and the run support has been plenty.
Morgan not able to pitch today because she went 7 innings yesterday, but if they win, she could come back tomorrow and pitch. And the first pitch by Gottney is a strike. Morgan, such a good athlete. I think you could put her in a lot of different sports and she would rise to the elite level. Hero is Michael Jordan. She goes after that pitch, 0-2. That was nice.
That's going to be a great pitch for Gottney to have against this free swinging, powerful offense. If she has that changeup on point, it's going to be difficult for North Carolina to be on time and square balls up.
Right away, Gottney ahead in the count. It's outside, 1-2. Things don't work out in sports, or maybe even if they do, she aspires to one day go to med school and be a pediatrician. She's also an excellent volleyball player. I mean, she can play in other sports. Strike 3. Good start.
There's that changeup from Gottney coming right back to get Kinley Morgan with 2 strikes on the count. Great pitch, change of speeds, and has the movement with it. This is something that North Carolina is going to have to take into consideration early in this game.
There's manager Jack Allen. He's a farmer in North Carolina. Farms peanuts, cotton, tobacco, pigs. His daughter Maddie's on this team. A shot hit the pitcher, saved from going into the outfield by Sisa. But Braxton is on with the single for North Carolina. Went after that first pitch.
That was a laser too, right off the shins of Gottney. Oh man, she seems to be okay. Back on the rubber, that was a shot though, toughness.
And now Gottney will face probably the most lethal hitter we've had this week, Avery Moy, 6 for 7 this week. How would you pitch Moy?
Very carefully. No, I would use that changeup. I would bring that changeup out early and often.
Moy hits that right back up the middle. Sisa just could not get it to stay in her glove, and so everybody's safe. Braxton safe at second. Moy gets on again.
And this is just tough luck because it hits off of Gottney's glove and just disrupts the timing enough for Sisa at shortstop for it to tip off her glove. This is almost set up for a double play. Just that little disruption off the pitcher's glove. But you know, Gottney's trying to get every ball, no fault to her.
So North Carolina threatening now. Runners at first and second, one out. So first at bat of the game. Another good pitch from Gottney for a strike against Charlie Rouse. Teammates call her Chuck. One of her hobbies is sleeping. Hope she is awake for this game. It's very important, Chuck.
You know, these teams are coming in with very different energies. Georgia with a walk-off win thriller, North Carolina losing in extra innings, playing in their first elimination game, whereas Georgia, this is their fourth elimination game.
Georgia has definitely given us the most drama this week. Battling through that elimination bracket, coming from behind. That game yesterday was amazing. It's one none of them will ever forget. 1-2 to Rouse. Ball gets past the catcher, runners advance. So North Carolina now with runners at second and third. And they are very aggressive on the base path. So any ball that's down, Jack Allen does not hesitate to send them.
Definitely. Second and third, less than 2 outs. Braxton at third base, she reads down angle. She's headed home. Infield in the middle is pulled back.
What a pitch from Gottney. 2 strikeouts already for Gottney.
They're trying to figure out why Brandon Cisa went with Gottney in the circle, and I think we are seeing the reason now is that she has a dominant changeup, and when you're going against big, free-swinging, powerful hitters, being able to disrupt the speed or the timing is huge.
2-1, Chuck! Last out, right?
Jack Allen calling for the courtesy runner in Little League Softball.
2-1, courtesy runner for my pitcher.
If you have your pitcher or catcher on base with 2 outs, they can get a courtesy runner. It's always the last player who batted. In this case, you heard him say, Chuck! He's talking about Charlie Rouse, so she's out running for Moy, who's getting ready to come back out and pitch whenever the 3rd out occurs. Mallory Hayslip up to bat now. Hayslip goes after the first pitch, slices that foul. Hayslip, one of the classic jokes of all time. What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
Nacho cheese.
Yes. Good one, Mallory. Future FBI agent. So you better be nice to her, Brittany.
I will be, absolutely.
Check swing. Gottney's done a good job getting ahead in the count. And you pointed out all week, a changeup is gold.
It's a difference maker at any level, at the Little League level, at the college level, at the professional level. The elite pitchers, they all have elite changeups.
4 of her 5 first pitches have been strikes. That's another tough chopper. Cisa can't get it. North Carolina, I told you they're aggressive on the base path. They score 2 off of that grounder. And running all the way to second is Hayslip. There is no such thing as a red light when Pitt County's on the bases.
No, especially with 2 outs, moving on contact, just a tough ball. Carolina has scored 2 runs now with basically all the balls in the infield. This one gets out to center field, but running on contact, 2 runs early for North Carolina.
Hayslip has 8 RBIs. That's a player that just hit. Now coach's daughter, Maddie Allen. You call her MK. Now how about this offense from Pitt County? 36-3. That is hit right at Cisa. Cisa picks it up, makes the throw. Great recovery from Cami Cisa. But North Carolina is on the board early. They lead 2-0 after 1.
League Softball World Series.
Makeup of a superstar.
Look at that play!
The Little Leaguers will be in the stands.
They're so excited to see us, and we're excited to see them.
They dream of being me, and I was once them.
Well, speaking of Athletes Unlimited softball, you're going to want to set your calendar for Thursday at 9 Eastern, as we'll have a play-in game, high-stakes action as the Portland Cascade take on the Chicago Bandits for the final spot in the championship. The Utah Talons are already in. Don't miss the excitement Thursday, 9 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. And it has been so awesome this year how so many of these players, favorite softball players and favorite teams, are now professionals.
And it's just been a trend over the past couple of years. Instead of professional baseball players or male athletes, we're seeing the favorite athletes being professional softball players. And you see AUSL has been heavily involved with Little League since the inception. And Little League has been instrumental in these professional softball careers. A lot of them starting right where these girls are right now.
Hayden Overcash hits it right at Baylor Stocks for a quick first out. There you go.
Georgia's hit the ball hard. A couple lineouts in the first inning to the outfield. That was a hard hit ball deep to right field. Just right at defenders early in the game for Georgia.
Mackenzie White coming up to bat now. Mackenzie hits that out to right field again, and another catch by Stocks. Baylor Stocks, glad she's loose. 4 of the 5 outs have been in the air.
2 of them have been line shots into the outfield, so the barrels are getting on the ball for Georgia. But North Carolina has been positioned perfectly.
This Georgia team played a 2.5-hour instant classic yesterday in the heat of the day. Longest game of the week, and into 8 innings. Remember, these are 6-inning games. There's E. Walters. She goes after the first pitch. Her special talent is making people laugh. Some good crab legs where she lives. It's crab leg country. And around Greenville, New Bern. Also here in Warner Robins. Seen some good seafood places here. And Sisa, the manager, over there at third. On the ground to second. Smiley Jackson makes the play. A 4-pitch second inning for Avery Moy. I think that's pretty good. Well, the United States has dominated the last 5 Little League Softball World Series championships. Oklahoma, then Texas winning it in 2022. New York took the World Championship in 23, and then this same Pitt County program won it in 2024 after losing in the final in 23. And last year, Pennsylvania calling itself world champion when everything was settled in Greenville. This North Carolina team trying to get back to Greenville. They would basically be playing at home. They have to get through Georgia and then maybe Florida. Florida in the championship tomorrow. North Carolina up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Good first pitch by Gottney to Anna Autry. Her nickname is Muscle. You can see it. Autry backing off. There's a little bit of rain starting to spit.
She's got a hair tie on her pitching hand.
Good.
Not allowed to have anything on that pitching wrist or arm. You see the play call sheet or the pitch call sheet on her left arm where she gets the sign from the dugout and checks the pitch. It could be on the glove hand.
The drizzle isn't going to stop the game to this point.
Now, if we know anything about these two teams, what we saw yesterday, they are fighters, they are gritty. A little rain's not going to disturb them one bit.
0-2 the count. Good pitch. Autry, cross-country runner as well as elite softball player. Special talent. She can burp loudly.
I've seen a couple of those, right?
Yeah, that's
Special talents of burping.
There's a lot of burpers on these two teams. It is a talent. Gottney again gets ahead 0-2. And now the count falls back to 2-2. Autry also wants to one day serve in the Marines. Inside, and the count goes full. Gottney has not given up a walk today so far. Until now. So Autry on base right away. North Carolina has a runner on. Well, you can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handle @Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. Some fun viewing on those social media accounts.
Green. Yes, sir.
So Autry is at first for North Carolina. Emily Nelson up to bat. Ball gets away from the catcher, Walters, and runner easily goes down to second. So Autry is down at second base in scoring position. And no outs here in the bottom of the second. North Carolina scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Nice play, coach. Farm strong, farm strong.
How'd that make Sports Center, right? Hey, good point, good point. Hey, let's go, no outs here. One ball.
I would have loved to heard the comeback.
Yeah, good point. Nelson hits that to second. Overcash charges it. Runner moves over to third. And then, as I mentioned, they're aggressive. Autry thought about coming home.
It's just a mentality that North Carolina has on the base path. They are go, go, go until you make them stop.
Haley Hines coming up to bat now with 1 out and that runner at third. Hines says, all right, what has 5 toes that's not your foot?
5 toes, not my foot. My other foot?
My foot. That would still be your foot. Grounder to second, it's slow, a run will score. And a good job by Haley Hines to score the runner with that slow grounder. And North Carolina takes advantage and takes a 3-0 lead.
Great situational hitting with a runner on third base. You want something to the right side in the air or on the ground. That time on the ground, easily, Autry comes around to score.
Bailey Smiley Jackson up to bat now for North Carolina. Wears the number 16 because it's, first of all, her birthday, and also it's her favorite athlete, Bo Jackson's number.
North Carolina with a 3-run advantage early, but it's not like they're crushing the ball to the fence and putting up extra bases. It's just been ground balls to the infield, using speed, situational hitting.
They've just taken advantage of their opportunities. Even their outs have been productive. She goes by Smiley, and one day she wants to be an orthodontist. I wonder if those two are related.
Got to be. I wonder if she'd name her practice Smiley.
3-0 the count. 2 outs. And Jackson will take her base. So another base runner on for North Carolina here in the bottom of the second. Allie Scott Gaddis stepping in.
12 blue. 1, 2 blue. 12 blue.
Can you decipher that, Brittany?
No, that's why they have those look like quarterback play calls on their arms.
What type of play is he calling in?
Sometimes it could just be a bluff. Just calling something. It could be a no call. It could be a steal. It could be a bump for a hit. That's just a little bluff. Maybe that one was hit the ball hard.
One and one the count to Gaddis. Gaddis, good discipline, doesn't chase that. 2-1. Gaddis just under 5 feet tall, only 11 years old. Runner going. So Jackson in scoring position now for North Carolina. 2 outs. Counts 3-1. Confirming her pitch. White will field it, steps on first for the out. But North Carolina builds its lead. They've scored in every at-bat so far, and North Carolina leads 3-0 after 2.
to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here!
The competition has definitely elevated.
The best is yet to come.
And we'll be sending a team there tomorrow. The Lake Mary Little League team from Florida here watching this game. They will play the winner of this game. That same Little League won this Southeast region last year. They're only one player back from that championship team last year, as they've just reloaded down in the Lake Mary area, which is in the northeast corner of Orlando. They barely got by this Pitt County team yesterday in extra innings. Both of our games yesterday went to extra innings, and both the winners are on the field right now. North Carolina up 3-0 here in the top of the third. Kylie Emerson. Yesterday, big game, 2 for 3. Goes after the first pitch. Maddie Allen makes the play.
And Avery Moy was listed as the starter today. The concern was, will she be able to find the strike zone early in counts? And she certainly has. She is dialed in. That velocity is there. Her command of her pitches is there. Exactly what her head coach Jack Allen was looking to get from her today.
7 first pitch strikes. It's the third one pitch out that she's had. Kenley Morgan, the regular starter this week, is out in the outfield today. She could come back tomorrow. Good pitch.
Jack Allen had a decision to make when they went into extra innings yesterday against Florida with Kenley Morgan. If she went out for extra innings, he knew she would not be available today due to the Little League rules. She needed a day of rest.
He's looking like a genius right now.
Well, he knew he had Moy that he could use.
And Moy has been equally impressive with her bat this week. It's Coach Allen in the dugout. He's a talker. Emily Black takes that, 2-2.
Ball.
Inside. Black one day wants to be a marine biologist, which is another profession that popped up on a lot of questionnaires. Our marine life's going to be in good hands. A lot of future marine biologists.
Ball.
And there's the walk.
And that was an incredible at-bat by Emily Black. Fell behind 0-2, but then showed enough discipline to see 4 straight balls and get on first base.
Second walk given up by Moy, but she still hasn't given up a hit. Only base runners for Georgia so far have been by virtue of walks. It's the first time that Georgia's gotten this leadoff batter on. Throw to second. 2 down.
Again, another example of clean defense by North Carolina. Have yet to commit an error in this regional. Heads up defense, knowing where you're going with the ball before the ball is hit to you. Maddie Allen getting the lead out at second base.
North Carolina still has the force out at second. 2 down, Riley Gramley, who spends a lot of the game catching. They switch their catcher out every other inning. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Told us her special talent was hitting the ball everywhere but the sweet spot. But I don't agree with that.
Well, she hasn't been showing us her special talent all week then, because she has squared up plenty of softballs.
She's funny. Another good pitch from Moy, 0-2.
She was trying to throw off the scouting report.
Runner on first for Georgia. Georgia trying to pick up their first run of the game. 2 outs. Bramley finds the gap, but the runners hold. Runners at first and second. Good hit by Riley Gramley.
And that one's on the sweet spot, Riley. You do hit the ball on the sweet spot. Georgia has been connecting with some balls throughout this game, but just right at defenders, this one is able to get through.
So Kylie Overcash coming up with runners at first and second. This is the most base runners Georgia has had on at any one time in this game so far. Overcash, a future attorney, already starting to negotiate at 11 years old. She wanted us to mention that her Amazon cart right now is at about $1,200, and would we please ask her parents to pay for it on the air? So we've made the request.
I think she's earned it. And I have no idea what's inside of that card. But after winning 3 elimination games and an extra inning game yesterday.
We're here for the kids.
Yes.
We're here for the kids.
It's probably some squishies or those dumplings, right? Those are the things that are in right now.
0-2 count to Overcash. Good take. Overcash, another one of the 11-year-olds on this Georgia team. They are well positioned for the future. She's the final batter in their continuous batting order. Good eye there by Overcash, and the count is full. Georgia threatening here. Top of the batting order comes up after Overcash. And Overcash draws the walk. Bases loaded. And we go to the top of the order.
Last inning was just a 4-pitch inning for Avery Moy in the circle. Georgia showing a lot more discipline this time around, even when they fall behind 0-2, finding ways to work a walk. And Georgia with the bases loaded and one of their hottest hitters coming up.
Comes Jack Allen, the manager.
We're good here. Lock in. I got 2 outs here. Got 2 outs. Any base. Finish right here. Finish right here.
No, it's okay.
You good?
If the ball pulls you one, go one.
Hey, whichever way, just make a play, make a play. Hey, make a pitch right here, right? Hey, top of the lineup, we get her out right here and go hit, right? Hey, we're good? We're good here, right? Let's do it. Let's go. 2 outs. Kinley!
And Coach Allen's daughter Maddie on the team. His youngest daughter, Molly, won her 10U state championship last week. Big softball family. Softball siblings. They've been entertaining us all week. Can't believe they're sitting down right now.
I know that Hill is getting some work out there at the cardboard boxes.
Cami Sisa, leadoff hitter, back up to bat now with the bases loaded, 2 outs. First real threat Georgia has had. North Carolina up 3-0 here in the top of the 3rd of the 6-inning game.
Talk about how clutch Cami Sisa is. She was down to her last strike. This team down to their last strike yesterday in extra innings with a runner on second base, down by 1, and she rips a triple. She is used to performing under pressure, and this is a pretty pressure-filled moment for her.
Inside. To me, that's one of the more memorable moments of the week. Just before that at bat, when her dad called her over to third base and just settled her down, gave her some words of affirmation. You could tell that she was feeling a little of the pressure like we all would, and then she stepped up and ripped one to deep left. A run scores As Sisa draws the walk, Moy walks in the run, and Georgia is on the board, still 2 outs, and the bases remain loaded.
I know you never want to walk anybody, especially when that walk brings a run across, but we've seen what Kimmy Sisa can do with her bat.
So you find you one, and you put that daggum bat to it. You hear me? Square one up right here. Find that gap for it, all right? Go back, relax.
I love that message. Hey, even though there's 4 straight balls, you find one.
Two, Tally! 2, contact!
He is the battalion chief of the fire department. He is, you know, he is so good at calming people down.
He did his best to control his emotions after that walk-off yesterday. He made it almost right past home plate coming off the field and just erupted.
Relax.
Yeah, if you can go back and watch the end of their game yesterday against South Carolina on demand and see his reaction, it was priceless. Gottney lifts that over toward left field, and coming in to make the catch, Kenley Morgan. Kenley Morgan with the big catch, but Georgia scores their first run of the game. Welcome back, everybody, to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Here in Warner Robins, Georgia, and some of Warner Robins' finest members of the Warner Robins Fire Department supporting their co-worker Brandon Sisa, who is managing this Georgia team. We've had representatives of the fire department here all week, and okay, that guy is finally looking for a push.
Come on, man.
Dad gave him a little push. He was sitting up there for a while. Looked like he was not happy. So they have an incredible hill here, a lot like Williamsport. This is one of the premier Little League softball facilities anywhere in the country. And right now, North Carolina looking to build on their lead. Baylor Stocks is the final batter in their continuous batting order. So 12 to the plate, Little League softball. If you're on the team, you are batting. Stocks also plays right field. Strike.
Gottney had a couple walks last inning, so she fell behind early, wasn't able to use that changeup very much last inning. Brings it back out this inning. It's such a good pitch for her.
Stocks, she had straightened that out. That was going to be trouble. She got all of that one, just pulled a foul.
She liked how that felt off the bat for sure.
Stocks, future interior designer. Older sister Reagan is a good player as well. She looks up to her sister Reagan the most. That's her role model. Makes that foul down the right field line.
She can hit them all.
Yeah.
Bring it inside.
She's covering the whole field. Seen so many plays made down those sidelines. Foul balls by defense this week. You have a lot of room to chase foul balls here. Stocks, this is going to stay fair. Nice catch out there in left field by Peyton Stewart.
Lania Gottney goes back to the changeup. She threw 3 in that at bat and gets Baylor Stocks out in front just enough to fly that one out to left field.
Georgia, they typically will switch the left fielder every inning as well as the catcher. Back to the top of the batting order for this North Carolina team. Kinley Morgan. North Carolina were to win this game, we would probably see her in the circle tomorrow. Big Tennessee Lady Balls fan. Goes after that pitch.
And a big swinger. She does not get cheated on any pitch she goes after. If she's deciding to swing, she's putting 100% into it just like that. Just missed though.
Kinley's final year of playing Little League softball. He's turned 13 now. Little League is 10 to 12-year-olds, but there's a cutoff date, so a few girls have already turned 13, but were 12 before the cutoff date. So it's fascinating because you have players of various ages and sizes. I've always thought it's challenging for these pitchers. You'll have a batter that is well under 5 feet, and then a batter that, like Morgan, that's, you know, 5'5", 5'8".
That's what makes it so fun too.
Yeah, it is.
And the wind is really whipping out there right now. Haven't seen much wind, but it is coming now.
Flying toward right field. Morgan puts that on the ground, and Sisa makes the play.
Not too often do you see a left-handed shortstop, but Cami Sisa has been holding it down at shortstop for Georgia. Look how smooth she is and the way that she gets her feet around and throws a strike. I mean, you can't not have her at shortstop, how good she is. And just because she's left-handed doesn't make a difference to her.
Been one of the most fun infielders to watch this week. Gemma G. Braxton up to bat now, hits a grounder over to second. Overcash makes the play. And North Carolina scoreless. First time they've come to bat without scoring a run. First 1-2-3 inning for Georgia. one of the things this North Carolina team has done all week is score runs, and they started right away today.
Yeah, but it hasn't been the drives to the fence. It's just been balls through the infield, moving runners up in the situations they need to be, and then just finding a clutch hit.
They can beat you in a lot of different ways. We have seen them win with power this week. We've also seen them go to small ball when they've needed.
Yeah, they have, and that's what happens when you have speed, and you can win in multiple ways. The power's not always going to be there, but if you can back it up with speed, it's always a good thing. And you know, Georgia scored last inning. Avery Moy in the circle, gave up a couple walks, and Georgia was able to take advantage of it.
And we've got rain coming down now. Moy glanced up. Umpires say play on for the moment. We're in the top of the 4th inning. North Carolina up 3-1. Did you like this, Brittany, when you playing the rain?
I liked it when I was a hitter. Because you knew the level of difficulty went up for the pitcher trying to throw, trying to keep a ball dry, trying to keep her hand dry. And Avery Moy needs to make sure that before she lets this ball go that she's confident in her grip.
The kids sliding down the hill in right field are loving it.
Oh, they're going to get going.
Laney Agotny up to bat. 1-0. Good pitch by Moy in the middle of the downpour. Agotny drew a walk earlier today. There's the number 18. That was her mom Amy's softball number. Rain's letting up now. Agotny crushes that. Oh my goodness! Come on! What a catch by Kinley Morgan.
Are you kidding me? Kinley Morgan, no time to react, just reaches up and look at her glove after she catches this ball. Like, I got it. It's in there. Yes. Whoa. We had the same reaction up here. What a play.
Kinley Morgan with an outstanding catch, robbing Agotny of extra bases.
That ball is smoked. Wow.
Peyton Stewart back up to bat now. Stewart won the lottery. She'd buy a Chick-fil-A. She needs to know she'd have to work there, though.
That line drive is kind of the story of what's been going on with Georgia's offense right now. They've been hitting the ball hard.
Yeah.
They've been hitting the ball deep to the outfield, but just right at players, at defenders.
Again, it bears repeating. This North Carolina team has not made an error all week. Another pop fly in the rain. And that is dropped by Maddie Allen. Again, a tough to catch a high pop fly in pouring rain.
Incredibly difficult. Fighting not only the rain, but watch her as she has to try and navigate third base. Try not to step on it. The rain coming down in your face. Even in perfect conditions, that ball is incredibly hard to catch. I'm just impressed she even got a glove on it.
Yeah, we'll chalk that up to the rain. But Georgia has another runner on. Peyton Stewart at first base. Hayden Overcash. Ball gets by the catcher and the runner easily running to second. Stewart has a lot of speed.
That one looked like it just slipped out of Avery Moy's hand. She's looking to get a new ball here.
Our home plate umpire, Patrick Reed, he's done a good job. Basically, has been changing out the ball almost after every pitch. These umpires have done a phenomenal job this week. They're all volunteers as well. Passionate about Little League softball. All the coaches have praised the umpiring this week. Inside, everything about this Warner Robins community and facility is just first class.
And the volunteer field crew, I mean, it's been pouring pretty hard right now, but the field is still holding up, great drainage. You're right, everything about this place is wonderful, top notch.
Runner down to third.
I'd really like to see Avery Moy somebody bring her a towel or something. That's 2 pitches in this at bat that just slipped out of her hand.
It's interesting, this type of rain, it gets heavy and then it lets up, and then it gets heavy and then it lets up. It's not been a consistent downpour. Moy trying to dry that hand off. Peyton Stewart is standing at third base right now for Georgia. 1 out. North Carolina up 3-1 here in the top of the 4th. And Overcash draws the walk. So now Georgia with 2 on here in the top of the 4th with 1 out.
Be interesting to see how North Carolina defensively defends this first and third with just a 2-run lead, and how Georgia and Coach Brandon Sisa wants to play this if he sends the runner, knowing how great this defense is for North Carolina.
Kenzie White up to bat. He takes a ball. Moy trying to manage the conditions out there. Her defense is so solid behind her.
If it goes to 2, we may go home, but you got to be careful right here.
Runner goes down to second. So runners at second and third now. So if you're Georgia right now, Brittany, what's the strategy here with runners on second and third and the 1 out?
You know, before 2 strikes, I would be looking for something on the outer half of the plate to hit to the right side. And right now, we need to make sure we don't pull our head, but now you're just trying to defend and put the ball in play.
And White goes after that hard. Moy gets the strikeout. And believe it or not, that's the first strikeout thrown by Moy.
Georgia's done a great job of putting the ball in play, but Moy climbs the ladder here to get the swing and miss, and that's a very important batter to get out with runners on, because Mackenzie White has a ton of power.
Ella Walters next up for Georgia. Runners still at second and third here with 2 outs. Rain has stopped now.
That was so strange. I mean, it was a downpour, little drizzle, downpour, drizzle, and now we're good to go.
Walters from one of the military families I mentioned here. Warner Robins, home to a big Air Force Base. Her father works at the base. Grandfather was a medic in Vietnam. Her great-grandfather served in World War II. The count. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Georgia trails North Carolina 3-1. Winner of this game meets Florida in the Southeast Region Championship tomorrow. Winner goes to the Little League Softball World Series. Bases loaded.
Back-to-back innings, Georgia has loaded the bases. Last inning, they're able to score on a walk with the bases loaded.
And really, this is nothing new for this Georgia team. They have been playing with their backs up against the wall the whole week. They're sort of used to being in the trailing position and coming back. Got an excellent opportunity here right now. The bases loaded, but they're 2 outs. Riley Emerson, the batter. Emerson was a big star yesterday in the win over South Carolina. It's that to shortstop, a collision at short.
That's going to be the 3rd out. That's going to be interference.
Interference on the shortstop, Gemma Braxton. So the right call, disappointing end to that at bat. for Georgia as they left the bases loaded. North Carolina still holding on. They come to the plate up 3-1. Well, do you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Again, Little League is all about community. With all the different levels of softball and baseball, Little League is determining who's the best local team in the world. And we have the York County team representing North Carolina, the Warner Robins team representing Georgia. And North Carolina has been fighting off some challenges from Georgia to this point. We go to the bottom of the fourth. That's the Lake Mary, Florida team. They will play the winner of this game tomorrow morning at 10 Eastern on ESPN for the right to go to the Little League Softball World Series. Avery Moy swings on the first pitch, charging in is Overcash, and they get Moy. That is a good out to get because Moy has pretty much been unstoppable.
Yeah, and this is a difficult play. You see how Bailey Jackson had to come in hard, and then Mackenzie White, and I tell you, at first base, she has been outstanding with a great stretch. Gets a speedy Moy at first base.
You know, White's played all over this week. She's played some center field as well, and we love her over at first. Chuck Rouse takes a strike. Rouse on the ground again. 8 of the 11 outs have been on the ground. 2 down.
That's Hayden Overcash in the second base making these plays. She can make the hard ones, but then she also can field the routine plays.
Mallory Hayslip coming up trying to get something started here for North Carolina. In her spare time, loves to play volleyball, take care of her animals. She has 2 dogs and some chickens.
Nice pitch. Way to start off in at bat with a changeup on the inside part of the plate.
And one of the bigger hits today for this North Carolina team. Goes opposite field, foul. Mallory's older sister, Camden, is on one of Pitt County's Little League teams that reached the World Series. And now Mallory has a chance to follow in her footsteps. And Pye for the ball. Godney has only given up 2 walks today. His 2 strikeouts. Full count to Hayslip.
Win him out, win him out.
On the ground, back over to Overcash. Overcash with all 3 putouts at second base. And it is a 1-2-3 inning.
You can hit it in front of her, you can hit it right at her, and you can hit it up the middle, and Hayden Overcash is going to be there to make the play for Georgia. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Georgia.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Playing our semifinal game today to see who will move on to the championship tomorrow. Today, coming up at 5:30 Eastern, we will also have a Southwest Region semifinal. Another game tonight at 7:15 Eastern in the Central Region. And then a lot of games tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN2, specifically here in Warner Robins. We will start the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with this Southeast Region Championship. Whoever is the champion here moves on to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville. So this has been a pretty interesting game here, Brittany. Only 4 hits between the 2 teams. Both teams managing the game well to this point, not allowing their opponent to really explode. But this Georgia team is running out of time. We're in the top of the 5th of this 6th inning game.
But if we know anything about Georgia, and I think we've got to know them pretty well, if there's outs or even 1 strike to play with, they are always in it.
How about a full count with 2 outs yesterday? And they keep the season alive. Nice pitch by Moy. Comes back with the strike.
But both of these teams played in an extra inning game yesterday, so they've been challenged and tested in these close ball games.
Emily Black, the batter. Good eye. Black only playing softball now. A lot of these players, multi-sport athletes. She focuses on softball year-round. Fouls that back. Facilities here in Warner Robins, not just the field. You've got batting cages for the players to work out in. It's a great place to be a softball player or a baseball player year-round. A lot of great facilities around town, good instruction.
bullpens. I mean, just places for the siblings to play, which is really important, and the best seat in the house, I think. There on the hill in the shade.
Those are my people. That's the best spot.
Is that where you would be?
Absolutely. Up under the trees, deep center field. Moy facing a full count here against Emily Black. First batter for Georgia here in the top of the 5th.
Georgia's had great at-bats, too, and I know they only have the one hit, but they have been hitting shots to the defense deep in the outfield. North Carolina continues to make plays.
Brandon Seisa's other daughter also played in this region as well, Addison. Black sends it up the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit. Emily Black has reached base in both her at-bats today.
Yeah, had a great at-bat, and 7-pitch at-bat, filed off some pitches, and this one, to get it past Braxton at shortstop, you have to hit it hard, and she did, and a leadoff base runner for Georgia, and we know what they like to do in the late innings.
So maybe Georgia has them right where they want them.
You could say that.
They have been coming from behind all week. They trailed Virginia, and yesterday trailed South Carolina 4-2 entering the 6th inning.
You're good. You're good. And you land. Hurt bad. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna make a change.
You're gonna make a change.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
All right.
Yeah, G. Avery, you're in. G. Avery, you're in here, bud. I'm gonna call it in. I'm calling in. Bailey, you're there. Allie Scott.
Avery Moy injured her leg earlier in the week and has been playing the past couple of days, but telling coach it was bothering her again, and so we'll have a change in the circle. Gemma Braxton will be our next pitcher, and we'll be back here in Warner Robins with North Carolina up 3-1. Interleague matchup when the Chicago Cubs host the Detroit Tigers Wednesday at 8 Eastern here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Avery Moy leaving the game as pitcher, and here for the first time in the circle this week is Gemma Braxton.
She wrote in her questionnaire that Tegan Cavan is her favorite player. She's going to try and channel some of that Tegan Cavan championship magic here.
She comes in with a 2-run lead. Georgia has a runner on first. Emily Black just got a single up the middle. No outs. Batter is Carden Hinton, who did not play earlier in the week. She was injured coming into the tournament, but played yesterday, back in the lineup today. She scored a run yesterday, one of the key runs scored in that game.
And if you've been following Florida throughout this regional, you've seen Kinley Morgan pitch a lot of innings, a lot of starts for North Carolina, and she's out in left field, but she's unavailable today because she pitched seven innings yesterday, came out in the extra inning, so Little League rules gives her the day off today.
Can't pitch more than the 6. And a walk right away to Hinton. And Georgia again with 2 on here. There's Morgan out in left field. She would be eligible to pitch tomorrow if they were to make the championship game.
She made a great play in left field today, too.
One of the best catches of the week. Amazing. So Braxton unexpectedly in the circle. And is going to face Riley Gramley, who got a hit in her last at bat. Georgia has 2 on, no outs here in the top of the 5th. Gramley is the lead run. See Georgia pulling off come from behind miracles all week. Do they have another one in them? There's the bunt. Oh, what a catch by Braxton! A diving catch by Gemma Braxton.
Comes out of the circle, leaves her feet. What a grab. Gemma Braxton just came over from shortstop to go in the circle and makes it a tremendous play on defense. Wow.
North Carolina, we were just talking about Kenley Morgan's spectacular catch in the outfield. That's got to be the top catch in the infield this week.
And this is North Carolina team that has been almost perfect on defense today.
Kai Overcash up to bat now. That pitch is inside. Runner still at first and second. Only 1 out. Overcash walked in her first plate appearance today. Her older sister is Hayden. And this Georgia team known for their comebacks. Top of the 5th inning here. Good stop by Hines behind the plate.
Georgia's kept North Carolina off the bases the past 2 innings. A run here would be really impactful, the way they've been able to slow down North Carolina's offense.
Be smart, babe.
3-1. Strike 2. Count goes full. And Overcash, one of the younger players on this team, the batter. Only 11. 4 feet 11 inches tall, but she's voted the biggest personality on the team. And takes the ball. Bases loaded. 1 out. Second straight walk drawn by Overcash today, and we go back to the top of the batting order where one of their top hitters, Cami Sisa, coming up. Dad wants to talk to her.
Hey, same thing, babe. Same thing. Just believe right here, okay? Be confident right here. Relax. Don't be anxious. You ain't got to swing unless it's right here where you want it. It's less velo here, okay? Less velo. She still hasn't thrown a changeup. She's probably not going to throw you one with bases loaded right here. So find you one.
That's great advice. That is great advice. You gotta be patient. Gemma Braxton's struggling a little bit to try and find the zone. Don't have to worry about the changeup in this situation, so find something that you want to drive and then go after it.
She drew the bases loaded walk in the 3rd inning that scored a run. One and 0. Georgia trailing by 2 here in the top of the 5th. Winner will face Florida in the Southeast Region Championship tomorrow. Gets past the catcher, and Hines and Braxton do a good job not to let that runner score from 3rd.
Patient. You're ahead 2-0. You've got to try to come at some point. Stay ahead. Work from the head.
Hayslip's come over to talk to Braxton. Hayslip, the first baseman.
This is a tough situation for Jimmy Braxton to be put in. Most of these pitchers have the ability to get the nerves out. First time in the circle in a non-elimination game earlier in this regional. Getting put in here, a ton of pressure.
Tough pitching situation for Pitt County, and another run walked in. Both of Georgia's runs have been walked in today, and Georgia is within one. The bases remain loaded with only one out here in the top of the fifth.
It's the third consecutive inning that Georgia has loaded the bases.
Kara Gottney will be the next batter. She was the hero yesterday for this Georgia team. A meeting taking place in the circle right now.
I love this. It's a player-led meeting, too. They're understanding that Jimmy Braxton hasn't pitched much, and she's doing her absolute best. Just to know that your teammates are behind you, they have your back. I love that from this team.
What's a key piece of advice you'd give her right now?
And just breathe. We're right here. We're right here with you. We're behind you. This whole way, you're not alone.
Again, this is a stellar defense. It took a pouring rain to have an error today.
Left field. I'm gonna go talk to her. Mound visit. No pitching change. Come here. No pitching change.
No pitching change.
You're going to warm up in the bullpen. You go warm up. Hey, Emily, somebody can go catch her in the bullpen. You're going to left. Kelly, you're in center. I'm just getting her warm. You good? You all right? Great play you made up there, Kim. Absolutely great play. Really good play. We're good here. All right. And let's throw some strikes right here. We still got a lead. No. Corners are in. Corners in. If you field it cleanly, get your Haley, come here. Haley Hahn.
Haley's the catcher.
Yeah. I'm staying with her. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, corners are in. If you get it cleanly, it's a force play at home, right? Go home. If not, get your outs right here. We're taking outs right here, right? We're taking outs. Let's go. One out. Come on. Make a play right here.
All right, now we know how defensively they're going to play this. The middles are going to stay back. Corners are going to be up, and if they field it cleanly, they're going to come home. But most importantly, to Jack Allen, the head coach of North Carolina, is to find an out in this situation.
Bases loaded, one out, top of the fifth. We've sent Charlie Rouse to the bullpen to warm up. Rouse had been in center field. Gottney, the batter, the player that walked it off yesterday in the bottom of the eighth to put Georgia here. And a strike thrown by Braxton. Base hit at least ties the game. That gets past the catcher, but it comes right back. Runners stay.
Smart base running. Staying put at third base. Backstop, sometimes the ball comes right back to the plate, just like it did there.
2-1 the count. Kelly Hines behind the plate today has done such a good job. Georgia trying to produce another come from behind win. 3-1. Again, Georgia's 2 runs have come by virtue of being walked in. A ball away from another Georgia run coming across the plate. Georgia has tied the score at 3. So all 3 of Georgia's runs have been walked in. Braxton in the circle. Got Rouse warming up in the bullpen. And their original starter, Kinley Morgan, could not pitch today because she threw 7 innings yesterday. Avery Moy, the starter today, was a bit of an injury and went as long as she could go. Here's Lania Gottney now. Bases still loaded. 1 out. Tie game, top of the 5th. Going to get out of play. But Braxton ahead in the count.
And what perseverance by Jimmy Braxton in this circle. I mean, she probably didn't come into this weekend thinking that she'd be put in this spot in the circle, but with the rules, Morgan needed to take today off, and then the unfortunate injury to Moy, she has been the one that has stepped up and taken the ball for her team.
She had that amazing diving catch for the first out. 2-2. Maddie Allen. Over at third, checking that runner. Lania Gottney, the batter.
Just missed.
Count is full, bases remain loaded. A walk would bring in another run. Georgia has not led in this game. Another run comes in for Georgia, the first lead for this Warner Robins Little League. Georgia up 4-3. They've been coming from behind all week. And Braxton, who made a fantastic catch to get the only out this inning.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, kid. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're good. All right, Bailey, back to second. Al, you're back in.
So we'll have a change in the circle. Big story as Georgia leads 4-3 with only 1 out, top of the 5th. Atlanta making a change in the circle. They'll use their 3rd pitcher in this game. Charlie Chuck Rouse came in from center field, got some warm-up pitches in the bullpen before finally getting the call to come in.
It's her first appearance in the circle for North Carolina, just like it was Jimmy Braxton. Charlie Rouse coming in and stepping up for her team and taking the ball.
And a strike right away. That is a good start. Peyton Stewart, the batter. Bases remain loaded. Only 1 out. Georgia has taken the lead for the first time in this game. That is hit out to center field. Tracking over to make the catch was Morgan. Runner tags, and Georgia builds its lead. (5-3) Georgia.
Not sitting around and waiting for pitches to come to her. Goes after and gets it, drives into left center field, and tremendous catch by Kinley Morgan. Gets it in quickly. So the tagging runner comes across, gets away from the catcher. And Georgia adds to their lead.
Hayden Overcash up now, goes after the first pitch, fouls it back for the strike. Kinley Morgan out in center field again. She has been their main pitcher throughout the postseason, but was not eligible to pitch today because she threw into the 7th inning yesterday. You can only throw 6 and come back the next day. She threw 96 pitches yesterday, and 71 of them were for strikes. Grounder over to first, second base, and a diving play by Bailey Jackson. Jackson had to do it herself. So North Carolina very happy to be coming back up to bat, but Georgia leads 5-3 as we move to the bottom of the 5th.
One pitch at a time. No matter how big the game is, concentrate on the job that needs to be done. Focus, breathe, appreciate the moment, because tomorrow will be here soon enough. So be present and live life one pitch at a time.
We are getting closer and closer to sending a team to Greenville for the Little League Softball World Series. The Lake Mary, Florida team will play the winner tomorrow. Georgia, another come-from-behind lead now, up 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Definitely not a safe lead against a team as lethal as Pitt County.
Pitt County put up 32 runs in their first 2 games, so they know how to score, and they know how to score in bunches. But Lainey Gottney and this defense has kept them really quiet since the bottom of the 2nd inning when they scored their 3rd run.
M.K. Allen, manager Jack Allen's daughter, takes a strike. Pitch from Gottney.
And she loved it too. The fist pump after the 2nd strike with the changeup.
MK's little sister winning a state championship last week. Big softball family. Live on a farm in North Carolina. It's outside. MK also a competitive swimmer. looking to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Chopper over to third. Emerson makes the play. 1 down.
Lania Gottney is fired up in the circle. She looks composed now, but after that out, there's a big fist pump, gets the rollover on the changeup. It's almost like Georgia hasn't been in a situation when they're leading in the 5th inning very much, and they're doing everything they can to maintain that 2-run lead.
It's just been remarkable, the story that they've been writing this week, coming from behind in so many games. 8 straight batters have been retired by Gottney. She faces Muscle Autry. They also call her Big Red. If she took that helmet off, you can see she has red hair. There's that number 19. That's her birthday, March 19th. She turned 13 on March 19th this year. Asking for some support. Come on, guys.
I love that.
On your feet.
Let me hear you, dugout. We're not out of this yet. No way.
Bramley will run over and grab that. There's that dugout.
There we go.
Getting it going. What an atmosphere we've had this week. All 8 of our teams traveled so well. Good fan support. Always helps to have the hometown Little League represented as well. Autry ahead in the count, 3-1. Smashes that out into center field, and another spectacular catch. Kara Gottney, what a catch.
Sister picking up her sister in the circle. Look at this pitch. Has to redirect, flip her hips around, reach up over her head. Watch this redirection right there in full extension. Her sister loves it, she loves it, the Gottney parents love it, and the Georgia team showing off on defense.
No ball has gotten past the outfielders this week. Overcash makes the play from second. A 1-2-3 inning for this Georgia team. Can they hold on? They come to bat in the top of the 6th inning. Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Pressure on the field, a lot of fun off the field, as these softball siblings have just been loving surfing that big hill out in right field. But back on the field, the drama continues to build here. We head into the final inning with Georgia up 5-3, trying to hold on. North Carolina will have one more at bat. Mackenzie White will be the first batter for this Georgia team. And this Georgia team won their state tournament on the same field. They've been coming from behind through the elimination bracket ever since they lost their first game of the week. And a good pitch right away to start this at bat for Chuck Rouse.
Charlie Rouse, the third pitcher we've seen for North Carolina. Came up in a big, important situation last inning. He's able to work out of it. Settling in here now against Mackenzie White, who provides a ton of power for this Georgia team and gets ahead 0-2.
Yeah, White and her mom and grandfather attended the Women's College World Series this year. Inspired by that event. Big Texas Tech softball fan. And she goes down swinging. That is an excellent start to this inning for Rouse.
Charlie Rouse has not pitched at all in this regional, so getting her feet wet for the first time, and 1, 2, 3 strikes, sits down the leadoff hitter.
First strikeout for Rouse. She'll face Ella Walters, who drew a walk in her last at bat. Walters, a future real estate agent. Puts that on the ground. Jackson gets the put out from second base, 2 down. Kylie Emerson wants to start a rally now. Emerson's bat got going big time yesterday, and that come from behind win against South Carolina, and needs it to get going here. Georgia wants to add some insurance before North Carolina were to come up for that final time. Walk-off has been the theme the last 24 hours on this field. Have to wait and see if we see it again. Strike. Good take by Emerson.
She was fooled by that pitch up in the zone. On the previous pitch, shows good discipline and making an adjustment to keep her bat back on that one.
Emerson was her local regular season team offensive player of the year.
Rouse showing she has a changeup as well. Saw that be very effective for Gottney on the other side. Now showing hers now.
Outstanding job by Rouse. Unexpectedly coming into pitch in this game. A lot of nervous fans in the seats right now. Got her. Strikeout by Rouse. She got 2 strikeouts in that at bat, and their season comes down to this next at bat. Georgia team got a huge ovation as they left the dugout to take defense. Gottney has retired 10 straight batters, and we are in the bottom of the 6th. North Carolina's season comes down to this at bat. The winner of this game moves on to face that Lake Mary team in the background there, representing the state of Florida tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the right to go to the Little League Softball World Series. Pitt County coming to bat. 2 to tie, 3 to win.
How about that? Rally wig?
I haven't seen the rally rig yet. And the first out quickly recorded. Good play in the circle by Gottney to get Hines out.
And look at that. You see the distribution, 2 flyouts, 12 ground outs. She's keeping the ball down in the zone, and that changeup has been the difference for getting a lot of hitters out in front and rolling over ground balls to her defense.
Bailey Smiley Jackson up for North Carolina now, 1 down, bottom of the 6th. Drew a walk in her first at bat, takes a strike there. This North Carolina team so dangerous at the plate and on the bases. Gottney with a big pitch.
She's fired up. Throw a little extra velo on that fastball, and it looks even faster when it follows up a changeup.
Struck her out. Georgia an out away from moving to the championship.
Lania Gottney continues to be nails in the circle. She is fired up. She knows she is 1 out away from making it to the regional championship. She has been locked in.
Georgia needs 1 more out to come back tomorrow. Allie Scott Gaddis, the batter.
Got it, Bob.
Ball.
Two and 0. Gottney and this Georgia team have retired 12 straight batters. A 13th puts them in the championship. 2 and 1. Think those guys will rush the field?
I'm gonna have to hold them back.
A lot of big sisters playing today.
Ball.
Great discipline at the plate.
Yes.
You know, your season's on the line. It'd be so easy, just a free swing, but great discipline.
This North Carolina team has been so good this season, especially at the plate. 3 and 2. A full count to Gaddis. Georgia an out away from returning to the Southeast Region Championship. Gaddis takes her base. Good at bat for Gaddis. So the tying run coming to the plate now in the form of Baylor Stocks. North Carolina needs 2 to tie, 3 to win. Bottom of the 6th. Godney now ahead in the count, 0-2. Runner on first, bottom of the sixth, 2 outs. Good season on the line here. Gets by the catcher, throw will go down to second. Not in time. So Gaddis is in scoring position. And we talked about it earlier in the game. North Carolina, one of the best base running teams we've seen.
But if you're Georgia, that runner at second base means nothing. Your focus needs to be getting in out.
Out, 2 out.
Count is 1-2. That is hit into left field, base hit. They will send the runner home. North Carolina within a run. A huge hit by 5'1" Baylor Stocks.
Baylor Stocks, the last hitter in this continuous lineup, drives a ball into left center field. You see the smile as she's coming out of the box. She knows she has an RBI, and her team is within one with the top of the lineup coming up.
It's her third RBI of the region. Kenley Morgan up to bat, check swing. It's fair. Into right field. Runner will be held at third. Don't give up on North Carolina yet. Kenley Morgan moves the runner to third. It's the tying run at third.
Hey, I got an issue. This man, come on. My next batter's hurt. My next batter's hurt. Skip over.
It's fine. Just make the pitches. Look, we got 2 outs. You got to keep everything in front, and you got to try not to put it in the dirt. Okay? Right here. Keep everything in front. This runner right here, don't fall asleep on it, though. Okay? So make sure she's not getting out here and being crazy. But that, I don't want you throwing behind her, and I don't want you throwing that ball to second. Okay? I'm not worried about that runner right here. I want the out. Get the out. Getting out at 1. Okay? We're not going to sleep on the bunt, though. You're expecting to be here. Corners are crashing hard. Okay? We get out at 1 on the bunt. That's the game. Okay? So focus on that. Get the out. Get the out.
Georgia 1 out away from the win.
It wouldn't be a Georgia game if there wasn't some drama.
14 red. 1-4 red. 1-4 red. Hey, green light for you, dude.
The tying run at third base. Gemma Braxton. Runner goes down to second, uncontested. So the runner moves up. Runner's now second and third with 2 outs, bottom of the sixth.
That's the winning run on second base.
Braxton fouls it back, 1-1.
Great cut. This is going to be a battle.
Braxton had a key hit in her first at bat. Ended up scoring one of the North Carolina runs. 1-1, 2 outs. Game on the line. That is foul. 1-2. An out wins it for Georgia. A base hit at least ties the game. Maybe wins it for North Carolina.
Nice stop by Walters behind the plate.
Kenley, you're scoring.
Count goes full.
That's a tough take, too. The changeup. He's been so good with that pitch. Just comes in high. Great discipline by Gemma Braxton to let that go.
Biggest pitch of the game coming. Braxton fouls it off. No play.
And then you Galtney all the way over here to the backstop trying to get that ball.
And Mackenzie White from first, too. We've seen some plays made over there this week. So again, North Carolina down a run in their last at bat. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Winner goes to the Southeast Region Championship tomorrow. Braxton smashes it. And Braxton is going to walk it off for North Carolina. North Carolina has come from behind and walked it off, and it is Gemma G. Braxton with the walk-off hit.
Way to fight to the end! Woo! Allie Scott, come here! Come here, kid!
Gemma Braxton, we saw her earlier in the game, put in an uncomfortable situation in the circle, but comes up huge with the hardest and the longest hit ball we've seen all game, down to her last strike, a walk-off for North Carolina. Unbelievable comeback.
This field has seen 3 straight walk-offs going back to yesterday. And just absolute heartbreak for this Georgia team that has won our hearts this week with their come-from-behind wins. And it looked like they were going to do it again today, but it was not to be. And now both teams will get together.
Y'all are a great team. I know you don't want to hear it from me right now. Y'all played a heck of a game. Another great game. Heck of a game. Oh, my God.
So both coaches having a word with both teams. It's one of the traditions here in Little League. The teams get together.
Please. That's the team that I want. So, hey, you on the mound, right? You go do work tomorrow. You hear me? You go do work. Hey, I really, really, really want y'all to beat them. You hear me? Y'all go out there and do work tomorrow. All right.
So Georgia giving North Carolina a little pep talk because North Carolina is indeed going to play the defending champions. The Little League from Lake Mary, representing the state of Florida, who won this region last year, will face North Carolina tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for the Southeast Region Championship.
This Georgia team, just the heart and the fight that they showed all weekend long, played in close games. I will always remember this team from Warner Robins, their fans, their support, their fight, their grit. I mean, they were a special, special team and have so much to be proud of. I know their community is proud because of the way they represented them. I'll always remember this team.
Well said, Brittany. It is a Georgia team that was from here in Warner Robins. And I thrilled this local crowd, but North Carolina, what heart and what fight. And Jack Allen, the manager, is joining us now. Thanks, Coach, for coming over after that big win. And of all the players to win it for you today, how special was it to have Gemma Braxton get that final hit?
Man, what a redemption story if there's ever been one. A girl came out here and gave us everything she had on the mound, just left it out there. And to see it come back up and her get a chance there, oh, my gosh, so special.
That's why we love sports, right? I mean, that was just so incredible to watch. What was your message to your team going into the bottom of the 6th, knowing you were down by 2 and needed some work to happen?
I had the same thing in the 5th and in the bottom of the 5th and the bottom of the 6th. Just keep fighting, just keep fighting until the last out's recorded. You just keep playing ball. That's all you can do. Stay in it, and we did. We were down to our final strike how many times, and they kept fighting, and in the end, they came out on top.
Coach, 4:13 in the afternoon. You'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I know you're dealing with basically 10 to 13-year-olds, so I'm sure their recovery time is not like ours. But what will the next several hours be like for your team to get ready to come back in the morning?
Honestly, we're just going to go and we're going to enjoy this win. I mean, what a win. We're going to enjoy this win for a couple hours. Going to get a team dinner. I think I promised them frozen yogurts if they before the game if they won. So we're going to go get them some frozen yogurts and and just let them enjoy it for a little while and decompress, and then try to get them turned in tonight.
Coach, how excited are you to get another shot at Florida tomorrow for the championship?
It doesn't matter who. We're just excited to be there. It doesn't matter to us who the team is, anything. We preach to them all the time. This game's about us. This game's about doing the things you can control, right? I know we had an unbelievable ball game yesterday with Florida, and they are an outstanding team, obviously.
Well,
Jack, just like this Georgia team.
If I could give you some advice right now, it is duck.
Oh, yeah?
Because I think you're about to get some incoming.
That's awesome.
That probably feels good. Wow, Brittany. I mean, what a 2 days we've had here.
Just looking back at the bottom of the 6th inning, the first 2 hitters retired, 2 outs off the bat, and then a walk by Ali Scott Gaddis. And then the last batter in this continuous batting order gets a base hit to turn it over to Kinley Morgan. And then Gemma Braxton, the one who put her team on the back, went in the circle when they needed her, comes up in the biggest moment of her life with 2 strikes and walks it off for this team.
Well, we have had 3 straight walk-off wins going back to yesterday, setting us up for a fantastic Southeast Region championship game tomorrow. Florida and North Carolina will meet for the Southeast Region Championship and the right to go to the Little League World Series. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow on ESPN. Our final score here in Warner Robins, North Carolina 6, Georgia 5. For Brittany McKinney, I'm Sam Gore. Thanks for watching, everybody.